I was surrounded by my three sisters, armed with nail polish, glitter clips, and an unholy amount of determination. Then they pounced. Jade was doing my acrylic nails, Liv was braiding my hair with pink ribbons, and Candy was sticking sparkly gems to my cheeks like I was her Barbie dream house. Why me? Hey, I'm Ryder, 17, the only guy in a house full of girls. Some dudes think that's a dream. It's not. Ever since Mom started traveling for work, Jade, the oldest, had been the boss of the house. She assigned tasks like she's running a startup. But let me tell you what tasks look like. Candy, the youngest, got candle duty, which was literally lighting scented candles to set the vibe. Liv, the middle one, got emotional support detail. Basically scrolling TikTok and dishing out relationship advice she didn't follow herself. And me? Yeah, I got the man stuff. Take out the trash? Cool. Unclog the drain full of hair? Awesome. Fixing the microwave Candy exploded trying to heat a bath bomb? Ooh, still recovering from that trauma. But that was the easy part. The real pain was emotional labor. Like that time Liv got dumped by her boyfriend, came home sobbing all over me. I handed her tissues, nodded like a supportive sidekick, and said things like, "You're amazing. He didn't deserve you."
Please! Men are trash! You're all the same!
I was literally holding her snot napkins. Then Jade burst in like a mission commander.
Suit up. We're confronting Liv's ex.
What? The guy was built like a refrigerator with legs, and Jade shoved me forward anyway. I did my best, warning him not to ever come close to Liv again, and somehow still got scolded for not being man enough. Guess what the girls were doing later that day? Retail therapy, and me bent over with 6 shopping bags like their personal donkey. Then one evening, Mom called from Denmark. Plot twist, she wanted us to fly out for a big surprise. Jade snapped into commander mode. Booked flights, scheduled outfits, color-coded the itinerary, and we arrived at the airport, looking like a K-pop girl group with their exhausted tour manager. And then guess what? The airline messed up. 3 business class tickets, 1 economy. Take a wild guess who got the back row middle seat next to the bathroom. Yep, seat 42B, right between a puking lady and a guy with his stinky feet up. Meanwhile, my sisters sipping sparkling water, reclining, wrapped in complimentary blankets. When we finally landed, I was sore, hungry, and very close to emotionally combusting. But I still got baggage duty. Naturally, the girls strutted ahead. And when I looked up, they were gone. I was completely lost, sweaty, and alone. Then it hit me. They didn't even notice I was missing. I was just a forgotten carry-on.
Hey, bud. You look like you could use a rescue team. Or at least a second pair of hands.
It was a complete stranger. In his 40s, maybe. But his eyes were kind.
Let's get you back to your family, champ.
Champ? We walked together across the terminal. Then I spotted my family.
Oh, you found him!
Mom ran over and hugged me. All my exhaustion just melted away.
You should have called when you fell behind. Seriously. Oh, good thing Ewan found you.
Ewan? Wait, you know him?
Actually, we don't just know each other. We've been seeing each other for a while, and we're engaged.
What? That was the big surprise? To smooth things over, Ewan invited us to stay at his place at Copenhagen. The place looked like it belonged in a fairy tale. Naturally, the girls stormed the house and claimed the best rooms. By the time Ewan and I brought the luggages in, only the attic was left.
It's not just a normal attic.
It was a cozy loft with a breathtaking view of the river, and it was all mine. My sisters did come crashing in later, though. We hung out until the sky went full indigo.
Do you think Mom's rushing into this? I mean, who even is Ewan? And what will happen to our family from now on?
None of us had an answer to that, but I was certain Ewan was on our side. And with him, we'd find a way through. The next morning, the girls decided to go off on a city tour. That's when I spotted Ewan by the dock, prepping a fishing boat. Curious, I asked to join him.
Wait, who's gonna carry our bags?
I shrugged and climbed aboard. Ewan let me take the wheel.
You steer. I'll tell you where the fish like to hide.
He taught me to read the current, feel the push of the water, then gave me the rod, helped hook the bait, and cast. Within minutes, something tugged hard. It yanked me forward so fast, I nearly fell overboard. Ewan grabbed my shirt, anchoring me with one hand and the rod with the other. We reeled together, and when the fish finally flopped into the boat, it was huge. We both sat back, breathless, sweaty, victorious. As the sun began to set, everything went quiet, and somehow, I found myself opening up. Have you ever been ignored ignored by your own family? I mean, it's hard being the only guy in a house full of girls. Even harder when no one takes me seriously.
Let me tell you something, bud. They lean on you because you're strong. You're their anchor, but that doesn't mean you have to carry everything alone. Not anymore. You've got me.
As we neared the dock, I was still glowing from that fish fight until I saw them. Jade, Liv, Candy.
What's this? You ditched us for a fishing trip with a stranger?
Come on, he's not a stranger.
You've known him for like 1 day, and now you're like besties with him?
Be careful, Ryder. He's trying to pull you to his side.
There's no side. What are you even talking about? Before I could stop them, Jade climbed onto the boat. Liv and Candy followed. Hey, don't go through his stuff. Seriously.
We're just learning more about him.
Then Liv pulled out a photo from one of the compartments. A wedding photo of Ewan and a woman?
So this is it. He's been lying to Mom this whole time.
Wait, what if she's just his ex-wife? People have pasts.
Then we need to find out the truth.
Jade dragged us into full-on detective mode. We tailed Ewan around town, and sure enough, spotted him laughing with the woman from the photo at a cafe. Jade was ready to blow it all up right there, but I stopped her just before she caused a scene in public. The next day, we had lunch with Ewan at a fancy restaurant. Everyone was on their best behavior. No arguing for once. Then Mom raised her glass, beaming.
Everyone, I have an important announcement to make. Ewan and I are getting married next month.
I was both surprised and happy for them, but my sisters were visibly stunned.
You can't, Mom! You don't even know him! Look at this! He's already married! Just yesterday, we even saw them together!
Ewan blinked and chuckled.
That's just a promo shoot. I modeled for a wedding brand once. The woman in the picture is just a fellow model.
Jade's face twisted, caught between shock and defeat.
But wait, how did you even find that photo?
3 guilty glances bounced around the table. Then she looked at me. It was in his boat. They kind of searched it.
Seriously? You snitched!
Girls!
They got a full-blown scolding right there in the restaurant. After that, they didn't even look at me. It wasn't until later that night that I noticed their shoes were gone. Oh no, they were up to no good. I peeked outside and saw them sneaking into Mom's car. Wait, where are you guys going?
It's none of your business. You just tell on us again.
Jade started the car and they took off. I flagged down a cab and followed them. They stopped at a quiet little house. As they approached the door, I ducked into a bush nearby, trying to figure out what they were planning. Jade knocked, and then out walked the woman from the photo. I rushed to stop them, but my shirt snagged on the bush's thorns.
Tell us the truth. Are you with this man?
Wait, you mean Ewan?
Just then, another man appeared at the doorway, clearly upset. Honey, what's going on? Have you been lying to me?
No! That photo was for a bridal catalog! Who even are you kids? What kind of messed up story is this?
My sisters were in a full-on panic. I yanked hard, breaking free from the bush, just as the woman pulled out her phone.
Yes, officer. I'd like to report 3 girls causing a disturbance outside my house.
My stomach sank. I rushed over, made all 3 apologize on the spot, and swear they'd never bother them again. Then I dragged them to the car and went straight home. When we pulled into the driveway, Mom and Ewan were already waiting. And yeah, they were not happy. Turns out, the women had already called Ewan and told him everything.
So, what do you have to say for yourselves?
Mom, it's not entirely their fault. It was dumb, yeah, but they were just trying to protect you.
No, Ryder! It really was our fault. You told us not to, but we didn't listen. And we messed everything up. You really saved us tonight. Seriously.
Wow, never thought I'd see the day my sisters actually thanked me for something. My stomach already did a little giddy up.
We're really sorry, Ewan.
Well, I think you kids just learned a pretty big lesson tonight. Let's get some rest. We'll figure the rest out, starting tomorrow.
And guess what? They actually made a real effort to get to know Ewan. They even bonded over wedding prep like it was a group project. And the wedding couldn't be more perfect. Watching Mom walk down the aisle toward Ewan made us smile so big they barely fit on our faces. They said their vows. They kissed. Cue the full-on sobbing. I handed them tissues like I was running a disaster relief tent. Next thing I knew, they group hugged me. Mascara, lipstick, even snot all over my shirt.
Hey, thanks for everything. Seriously, you held us together. You're the best brother.
I couldn't help but smile. To me, that was enough.
Metal groaned, screams tearing through the sky as the giant ship snapped in 2.
People jump, flail, and flop into the ocean like panicked fish sticks. Meanwhile, I was just chilling on a piece of driftwood, sipping hot tea like it was a Sunday brunch. Around me, shark fins circled with cinematic precision. I took a dainty sip. Should have brought sugar. Oh, hey there. I'm Willow, 18, and I'm not afraid of anything. I don't know when I became like this. My parents dipped when I was a kid, so all I had left was my sister. She was my whole world. She'd take extra shifts just to buy me school supplies. She'd secretly stay up late to sew me a dress just so I wouldn't feel left out when hanging out with the other kids. And every time I came home with red puffy eyes because my friends laughed at my old worn out shoes. It's okay, my Willow is so strong. And I believed her. But one day, she told me she was getting married. I have to move to another country. Can I go too? You can't. My husband and his family, they wouldn't like it. Then who will I stay with? Her hands trembled as she pulled me into a hug. Be a good girl and wait for me. I'll come visit you soon. Promise? I'll be super strong. You can count on me. After that, I watched her walk away. Every day I waited and believed she'd come back to me. In the meantime, I learned to take care of myself. When money ran out, I'd head to the shelter for food, clothes, and whatever I could find. In return, I'd clean up, carry stuff, help out. Thieves were always lurking, so I rigged traps all around the house. Mouse traps, net traps, even a DIY alarm system with old doorbells. Go on, try me, you crusty little thieves. Years passed and there was no news of my sister. But that's okay, because I basically run the neighborhood now. That day I showed up at the shelter right on time for lunch. The moment I walked in, a bunch of thuggish boys were ganging up on this kid about my age. Without thinking, I zoomed in, snatched right out of their greasy hands.
Who the heck are you? Do you even know who you just messed with?
Oh, I know exactly what I did. The only ones out of line here are you. This is a shelter for people who need help, not for bullies like you.
Why you?
He swung a punch at my face, but I didn't flinch. Go ahead, try me.
Dude, why'd you stop? I don't know, man. She's got this look, like she wants me to hit her. Nah, bro, I'm out.
I just dusted off my hands as the room erupted in cheers. Then I started handing out food. Spotted a roll on the floor, brushed it off, and took a big bite.
Whoa, you're so cool.
I turned around. That same kid was staring at me with huge respect.
I'm Rory, and I'd really like to be your friend.
I looked at him. Baggy clothes, busted shoes. Looked like a gust of wind could knock him over. You often come here for food?
Yeah, there's not really anything to eat at home. I live with my dad, but he doesn't really care about me much.
I got him instantly. Abandoned. Alone. Just like me. I don't do friends. I don't trust people.
That's okay. You don't have to trust me.
Huh?
I trust you. That's enough.
What a weirdo. Guess I've got a friend now. Rory was all hyped and dragged me to the zoo that weekend. Honestly, not a bad idea. It was my first time seeing that many animals up close. Suddenly, someone screamed.
A kid just fell into the ostrich pen!
The entire zoo lost its collective mind. People were running, yelling, flailing like it was a Jurassic Park sequel. I looked into the pen. The ostrich stood tall and menacing. Its legs started shifting like it was warming up for a full-on football tackle. I sighed, jumped over the fence, just boop, dropped into the pen.
Oh my god, another one?
I ignored her, scooped the kid up, and hopped back out right before the ostrich could launch into Mortal Kombat mode. People swarmed around us with gasps and cheers. I shoved through the crowd and grabbed Rory.
That was sick! Can you train me to be as badass as you?
No. That shut him up real fast. For days after, he kept following me around like a lost puppy. I rolled my eyes so hard I saw 2026. Right then, my stomach betrayed me with a loud growl.
Aha! Let me treat you to a hot dog!
Before I could stop him, Rory had already emptied his pockets and ran off to buy it. Just as he had the hot dog in his hand, this massive dude waddled up and chomped. Half the hot dog was gone. Rory's soul left his body. Then, the other half snatched. Wanna be tough, huh? Go get your hot dog back. I shoved Rory right in front of the big guy.
Hey, that was, mine. Ah!
The dude squinted at him, then straight up picked Rory up like a grocery bag.
Never mind. My bad.
Yep, he got wedgied so bad he turned into the neighborhood meme. It was tragic, but somehow it only made him more determined to toughen up. Cool, then spend the night alone in the park. The gate slammed shut behind him. Night fell, shadows crept. Rory tried to act chill until something rustled in the bushes.
Who's there?
No reply, just two glowing eyes in the dark.
Ah!
He bolted, launched himself over the fence like a cat on Red Bull. That's when I popped out from the bushes. You're hopeless.
Wait, Willow, don't leave me here!
Every single time you chicken out. When are you gonna grow a backbone, huh? Rory's face was pale as paper, pointing behind me. I whipped around and saw thick smoke pouring out of the window of a small house by the road. That's when I realized an old lady was trapped inside. Without a second thought, I sprinted straight toward the house.
Willow, are you crazy? You can't!
I kicked the door open. Smoke everywhere, stinging my eyes. I heard a faint cough. There she was, collapsed on the floor. I grabbed her, headed for the door, but the smoke thickened. My head was spinning. I was about to black out when a hand grabbed my shoulder.
Let me help!
Rory dropped beside me. Together we carried her out, just as the flames burst through. We collapsed on the grass, gasping. Rory's face was a mess. Ashes everywhere, eyes red from smoke. You did it, Rory! You were so brave! Minutes later, firefighters arrived and put out the flames. News quickly spreaded, and we were honored as the two brave teens rescued a woman from a fire. From that day on, we threw ourselves into all kinds of ride-or-die situations. Saving puppies from rivers, fixing rooftops during monsoons. Even the guys who used to bully Rory now respected him. And me? I'd never been prouder. One day I was waiting for Rory at the park. He came running, totally out of breath. Look at you, Mr. Hero, rolling in late like a celebrity. But Rory didn't joke back, just kept his head down.
Willow, my dad decided. We're leaving town.
I blinked. Took me a second to process that. Cool, you've been calling this town boring forever anyway. He looked at me, searching for something, but what else could I say? I was happy for him, right? When I got home, I locked the door and just sank to the floor. It felt like something inside me just cracked open. What was wrong with me? I used to laugh at people who cried over stuff like this, but the thought of Rory gone, I couldn't breathe. Just like when my sister left, that same awful silence. I ghosted him for days, but Rory wasn't giving up. He was dead set on seeing me. Suddenly, a blanket dropped over my head, and I was rolled up like a sushi roll.
Gotcha! Can't run now!
How did you even get in?
Climbed the fence, dodged your net traps, almost lost a leg to that mousetrap grid. But hey, I made it! Wait, were you crying?
I yanked the blanket over my head.
Willow, I'm leaving tomorrow. Aren't you even gonna look at me one last time?
I hated this, but I need to tell him that I didn't want him to go. I just didn't want you to catch my pink eye. I'm not seeing you off tomorrow, but remember what I taught you. Be strong. No crying. Rory stared at me for a moment, then sighed.
Yeah, I remember. But you missed one thing. Being brave doesn't mean you're never scared. It means, even when you are, you face it for things that matter.
His words echoed in my head long after he was gone. And by sunrise, I knew exactly what to do. No matter how scared I was, I couldn't let Rory leave without saying goodbye. I ran to the airport, eyes searching, and then I saw Rory. I ran toward him, but suddenly a tall man yanked him away.
Dad, wait! Just give me 1 minute. I need to say goodbye to my friend.
I don't have time for your childish nonsense.
Please, just 1 minute.
The man lost all patience and slapped him hard. Rory staggered back, clutching his cheek, face burning red. His body trembled from rage. I rushed in and shoved the man away. He glared at me.
Rory, let's go. Now.
But this time, Rory didn't move. He looked up, straight at the man who'd spent years breaking him down.
You don't get to order me around. You never cared. Never loved me. To you, I've always been a burden. But I'm not that scared little kid hiding in the corner anymore. I'm not going anywhere with you. I don't need a father like you.
The entire place fell silent. Right then, police stepped forward.
Sir, we received a report of abuse. We need you to come with us.
The man's eyes widened as he was being escorted away. I exhaled in relief and returned to Rory. He was still frozen, probably in shock over what just happened. You were badass! I seriously take my hat off to you! Rory blinked, then let out a real laugh. No more fear. No more weight on his shoulders. He'd finally stepped out of his shadow. And somehow, he'd pulled me out of mine too. We walked out of the airport like it was the start of something new.
Hey, where am I sleeping?
Where else? My place has a free room.
You sure? I mean,
What, you planning to sleep at the airport? Come on, Rory. You've been family for a long time, and family doesn't leave each other behind. Rory froze like he was trying really hard not to cry.
yeah? Thanks.
Say thanks again, and I'm kicking you out. Here's your batch. Let's meet back here after we're done. Cool?
Bet.
That was our everyday hustle, splitting up the baked goods, selling them, and meeting at our usual street corner before heading back to the orphanage together. But today felt off. I waited and waited, but Cameron didn't show. My brain went full panic mode. What if something bad had happened to him? I wandered up and down the streets searching everywhere, but he was nowhere to be found. Finally, I headed back to the orphanage to tell the manager. That's when I got slapped with the news. Cameron had been adopted by a wealthy family. How could he just disappear from my life like that? We were literally talking this morning. Oh right, Cameron asked me to give you this. She handed me a letter. I knew that handwriting in a heartbeat. It read, "Wait for me. I promise I'll come back for you." Fast forward 3 years and I can still hear those words in my head like they were said yesterday. Hey, I'm Danielle. I'm 17 now and I'm all about baking. It's my thing. Cameron? He was my best friend. We grew up together at the orphanage until he got adopted by some rich family 3 years ago. We haven't spoken since. A little while after Cameron left, I got lucky too. A sweet couple adopted me when I started helping out at their bakery. They're not rich, but they've got the biggest hearts, and I love them for it. Lately though, the bakery's been struggling. Ever since a fancy new bakery opened across the street, we've lost a ton of customers. Sales are so bad we can barely cover rent or buy ingredients. Watching my foster parents stress out every day is such a big mood. And not in a good way. Danielle, can I get a box of cream puffs, please? On it! Thanks, your pastries are still the best. Oh, by the way, I saw something about a baking competition hosted by MDA. The prize money is huge. You should totally enter. Wait, show me! She pulled up the details. Holy guacamole, the grand prize was $100,000! That would solve all our problems. I didn't even think twice. I signed up on the spot. When the day came, I showed up feeling all kinds of nervous. The venue was already buzzing with contestants. I got in line and started chatting with the others. Then someone stood next to me and I turned to say hi, only to have my face fall. It was Ryder, the son of the bakery owners across the street. Ryder and I, yeah, we're not exactly besties. Every time we meet, it's all snark and sass.
Oh, you're here to compete?
No, I'm here to play patty cake with you. Obviously, I'm competing.
With those burnt pastries that stink up the block?
That was because our oven broke, okay? Right then, the judges walked in and everyone zipped it. But as soon as I saw one of them, my jaw hit the floor. It was Cameron! Cameron scanned the room, his eyes eventually landing on me. My heart practically stopped. But just like that, he looked away like he didn't know me. Seriously? The judges were introduced. Mr. and Mrs. Wilson, the power couple behind MDA Corporation, and Cameron. After introductions, we got to work. I channeled all my energy into creating a baked Alaska. When it was finished, I brought it up to the judges, praying I didn't totally bomb it. One by one, they tasted my dessert. I could barely breathe.
Excellent! The cream inside is perfectly cold. The shell is crisp and the sponge is so soft. Outstanding!
This is the best dessert we've had all morning.
The flavor is unique and very well balanced.
Hearing those words felt like a W for me. No cap. I scored the highest points in that round. I glanced at Cameron hoping for something, anything, but all I got was a polite smile. After the competition, I walked home, my head swirling with questions. Why was Cameron acting like we never met? Had he seriously forgotten his promise? Lost in thought, I didn't even notice the speeding car heading my way until a blaring horn snapped me back to reality. Out of nowhere, someone yanked me out of danger. I looked up. It was Cameron!
You need to watch where you're going, Danielle. You're still as clumsy as ever.
Wait, you remember me?
How could I forget? I couldn't say anything during the competition. Didn't want people thinking you had an unfair advantage. I didn't want that for you.
Relief washed over me as we walked and talked, catching up like old times. Cameron told me about being adopted by the Wilsons and how school had kept him too busy to come back sooner. I filled him in about the bakery and our struggles. He immediately offered to help pay off our debts, but I refused.
All right, but promise me you'll let me help if you need it, okay?
I smiled. Cameron was still the kind-hearted friend I knew. From that day on, Cameron and I talked all the time. He shared tons of creative baking recipes with me and always volunteered to be my taste tester whenever I tried something new. His ideas gave me a fresh perspective for the competition. The contest was halfway through and Ryder and I had consistently been the top 2 contestants. I had to admit, Ryder was a serious competitor. Today's challenge was grabbing our ingredients in 2 minutes. As soon as the bell rang, I bolted to the shelves like my life depended on it. I managed to grab almost everything I needed, except for the rum. Running to the rum section, I saw Ryder standing there. Please don't take the rum. Of course he grabbed the bottle. Son of a biscuit! I turned to head back to my station, but then I saw Ryder set the bottle down and walk off. Without missing a beat, I snatched it. When I glanced at him, he smirked. Wait, did he do that on purpose to help me? And that wasn't all. Later during the challenge, Ryder even helped me open a stubborn jar of jam when I couldn't. After the round, I decided to follow him to thank him. My face was already burning with embarrassment as I approached him. Hey, thanks for your help today.
Wow, I thought you'd ignore me all the way home.
Why'd you help me? I thought you hated me.
Don't think I'm that mean. Besides, I don't hate you. I just like messing with you.
After that, Ryder and I started talking more, and surprisingly, we grew closer. The life at home was spiraling. My dad, desperate to ease our financial strain, had fallen into a loan shark's trap. The debt kept piling up. I was more determined than ever to win this competition. It felt like the only way to save my family. Finally, the competition reached its final round, and it was just me and Ryder. But as soon as I started working on my dish, I realized something was wrong. My batter wasn't rising, and the whipped cream wouldn't stiffen no matter how hard I whipped it. What the fudge was going on? Everything seemed fine when I checked the ingredients with the quality control manager the day before. But now I noticed something strange. The contents of the packages had been swapped with cheap, low-quality substitutes, though the packaging was identical. In the end, I couldn't finish my dish, and Ryder was crowned the champion. I left immediately. My mind was racing with suspicion, so much so that I didn't even notice Cameron walking up beside me.
Danielle, don't beat yourself up.
I think someone sabotaged me. My ingredients were swapped.
Do you suspect anyone? If they wanted to win at any cost, could it be?
No, Ryder wouldn't do that. I know he wouldn't. But as I thought harder, it hit me. The only person with access to the ingredients was the quality control manager. Cameron and I decided to confront her. When we got to her office, we found Ryder talking to her. Cameron pulled me behind a nearby wall to listen.
I told you to swap the ingredients in this pantry.
I'm sorry, I must have mixed them up. So it was Ryder! My heart sank and anger boiled up inside me. I stepped out to confront him. Ryder, why would you do this to me?
Danielle? What are you doing here? Listen, let me explain.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
I actually asked her to swap my ingredients so you could win.
Do I look like a child to you? That excuse is pathetic. Out of respect for what we had as friends, I won't report you. But from now on, we're done. I walked away, ignoring Ryder as he called out after me. Cameron noticed how upset I was and insisted on walking me home. But as soon as we got there, I knew something was wrong. The house was a mess. Furniture shoved around, broken items scattered on the floor. My parents were silently cleaning up the chaos. Mom, Dad, what happened? The debt collectors came. They said we have 3 days to pay everything or else. My mind raced. The amount was massive. Where could we even find that kind of money?
Don't worry, Danielle. I'll cover it.
Thank you, Cameron. I'll work hard to pay you back, I promise.
Actually, I need your help. I'm opening a bakery in Chicago, and I could really use a talented baker like you. Will you come with me?
Moving to another city, I didn't want to leave. But Cameron had just saved my family. I couldn't say no. Okay, but once the bakery is stable, I'm coming back. I still want to live with my parents.
Deal. We'll leave in 3 days.
3 days flew by. At exactly 7 a.m., Cameron pulled up in front of my house to pick me up. Just as I was about to step into his car, Ryder came running up.
Danielle, don't go with him. He's the one who sabotaged you. Stop spouting nonsense. Got any proof? I overheard him talking to the quality control manager. He told her to swap your ingredients, but I don't have solid proof yet. Please, Danielle, you have to believe me.
Enough! Cameron is my best friend. I trust him, and he'd never do that to me. Without another word, I got into Cameron's car, ignoring Ryder completely. What he said made zero sense. Why would Cameron hurt me? The car ride started off smooth, but after a while, Cameron pulled over to grab some food. I waited in the car for what felt like forever, so I decided to go find him. As I walked around, I saw one of the debt collectors coming out of an alley. Moments later, Cameron walked out from the same direction. The collector even bowed respectfully to Cameron before leaving. What the fudge was going on? Cameron spotted me.
Danielle, why are you out here?
You were taking forever, so I came to look for you. Do you know that guy?
I just gave him the money. I promised to help your family. I didn't want to worry you, so I didn't mention it.
Cameron quickly ushered me back into the car, but something about the whole scene didn't sit right. My phone started buzzing non-stop. Missed calls and texts from Ryder begging me not to leave with Cameron. Ryder had never sounded so desperate before. Combined with what I'd just witnessed, my anxiety skyrocketed. Cameron, I'm not feeling well. Can we leave tomorrow instead?
We can't. The plane tickets are non-refundable.
No, I'm serious. I don't want to go today. Let me out!
Sit down and stay quiet. We're almost there.
Terrified, I quickly shared my location with Ryder and texted him for help. Suddenly, the car screeched to a halt, throwing me forward. Before I could react, Cameron snatched my phone, his face twisted with rage.
Stop messing with me, or you'll regret it.
The car then sped off like a rocket. So Ryder was right. You really did sabotage me, didn't you?
Well, there's no point in hiding it now. Yeah, it was me. I swapped your ingredients and set up those scammers to trap your dad.
But why?
Because I need you out of my life and my parents' lives.
What did I do?
3 years ago, the Wilsons adopted me because of those amazing pastries you made. They thought I baked them. Soon I'll inherit their entire company. Perfect, right? But then you showed up and caught their attention. They're even thinking about bringing you into the company. If that happens, my secret will get out and you'll ruin everything. I won't let that happen.
The kind, supportive Cameron I thought I knew was gone. In his place was someone manipulative and cruel. The car stopped in a remote, desolate area. Cameron yanked me out of the car, dragging me toward a group of thugs waiting nearby. Just as despair was about to swallow me whole, I saw flashing police lights and heard sirens blaring. 3 squad cars surrounded us. Ryder stepped out of one of them, and I nearly collapsed with relief.
You called the cops?
He tried to drag me back into the car, but I stomped hard on his foot. He let go of my arm and I sprinted toward Ryder, who pulled me into a tight hug. Cameron and the thugs were arrested on the spot. Cameron was charged with attempted kidnapping and faced the consequences of everything he'd done. As for me, the Wilsons extended an official invitation for me to join their company. Back home, our bakery teamed up with Ryder's family's bakery to create the biggest, most popular bakery on the block.